You might have heard that live shopping is exploding. And I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop, prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No, you can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's ZENNI.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. How are you? Come on in here, man. Sounding pretty professional these days. Well, depending on, well, maybe, I don't know. It sounded pretty bad for the past 3 weeks. Thanks for putting up with me. I'm feeling better now. Although I do have a lot of energy, and when Scott gets his energy back, you might be in trouble.
I need a boost. I need a daily boost. I need a boost. I need a daily boost.
It is the Daily Boost. How you doing? I got a workout at the gym today. I went in today. Actually, I got a pretty good workout. My wife said, did you work out or did you just talk? And so I had to talk. My buddies were all like, they wanted to know where I had been. I had to explain to them how sick I had been. I couldn't come to the gym. And one of them said, I know. I listened to your podcast. I know you've been sick. The other said, yeah, well, your wife's been calling you a baby. She said, you should get to the gym. You're not that sick. I was sick, but I'm back now. Good to have you. My name is Scott Smith. This is the Daily Boost. Good to have you here today. Thanks for all the comments on Instagram. I appreciate that. Hey, Scott Smith over there, if you have a time and a moment to want to do that. I know you're busy on spring break and everything. I see the traffic out there. People all over the beach these days. I don't go to the beach. You know why? It's wintertime in Florida. It's cold. That water's like in the 60s. I'm not going to do that. You people in Montana laugh at me now, don't you? Oh, goodness. Hey, Scott Smith, don't forget that. And Scott at dailyboostpodcast.com, where you can get me there. So I've been thinking, so maybe a little bit of a, I won't say a rant today. Maybe just some open thinking, some clear thinking. Let me bring you into my world for just a little bit. I want to shift you. I want to try to settle you down maybe, and maybe not you, maybe somebody on the podcast today, listening today. I want to settle you down just a little bit because there's crazy stuff happening in the world right now. Have you noticed? I mean, it feels like the world's going so fast that we can't keep up. And yet it's been going like this for years and years and years. We're all just cortisone overload, I think. AI is here. I'm excited about AI. I think it's cool and I can't stop it. And I'm like, wow, this is awesome. Let's go play. But everything is shifting. And I can tell you from a guy that does this as a coach and a consultant and works with a lot of people all the time and has a lot of conversations every single week. People are nervous. They're fidgety. Now, I will say this out loud because if you're listening to this podcast, there's a very good chance you're ahead of the game. I think we still are a couple of years before most people even wake up to what's going on. And there is a lot going on. Does it mean a lot of people are going to lose their job? Probably. Does it mean a lot of people are going to get better jobs? Probably. There's a lot that's going to happen. We just don't know. We've been through this stuff before. It's going to be fine. But people are kind of freaking out a little bit. They're trying to figure out what's going on next. What's going away? What's going to be replaced? And yet, you always have to remember something. I was walking past my wife's desk. She has a desk off her kitchen. And I said, making a list, are you? She goes, got to eat dinner tonight. She does that every single day. She goes to the gym, and when she's on the way home from the gym, she stops at a grocery store or 2 or 5, does some errands, some shopping, and brings stuff home, and got to eat dinner. And stupidly, as her husband, I said, okay, so how often do you make a list? And she goes, it's ongoing. When I buy it, I cross it off. I just keep the list going. I never knew that. I think I almost got in trouble. Got to make dinner tonight, though, right? Didn't really matter what's happening. Doesn't matter what's going on. Doesn't matter if she had a flat tire in her car or whatever it happens to be. It makes no difference whatsoever. We got to eat. I was paying attention to an interview with Jeff Bezos. Jeff founded Amazon. You know that, I guess. Amazon used to be a bookstore, the first kind of e-book store, right? Now it's a whole lot more than that, but it was an bookstore way back in the day. Now it's grown to Prime and everything else. And he said something that struck me. I never quite heard these words before. That I grabbed them because I wanted to bring it back to my clients and bring it back to you because I think this way, but I don't think I verbalized it. You see, people are always asking him about the future and what's going to be going on. But the better question is, what's not going to change? And that's where everything gets really clear because people get so caught up in the noise of change, we kind of forget to anchor ourselves in what's stable. Now, I'm always talking about my peaceful base. I, as a coach, when people come to me, when I work with my inner circle group, I can tell you when they arrive at the door, I sometimes will joke and call it the coaching confessional. What it really is fear and confusion. People show up, they're confused about what to do. Maybe they don't know what's coming up. They want to get around people who kind of have a different, more stable approach. They've figured some stuff out. They kind of freak out, though. So I get these people all the time. So I live right in this world, right on the cutting edge of how people are feeling. That's why I calm people with this idea of a peaceful base. But think about this. We don't really know what's coming, do we? Have we ever really known what's coming? No matter how advanced things get, let me ask you a couple questions here. In 5 years' time, not tomorrow, not next year, there's stuff to deal with, right? But in 5 years' time, do you still want to be happy? Do you still want to think you matter? Are you going to still be setting goals and going for it? Are you still going to be making progress towards something meaningful? 5 years, 6 years, 7, 10 years from now, no matter what happens in the world, are you still going to want to celebrate somebody's birthday? Are you going to get married? Are you going to have kids? Are you going to have grandkids? Are you going to celebrate all that stuff? 15 years from now, no matter what happens, are you still going to fall in love? Maybe, hopefully it's fun. Going to argue? Probably. Are you going to make up? Oh, making up is always fun. Going to worry about those kids? Yeah, you better believe it. Think about their future, the whole thing. This stuff hasn't changed. How long has this been around, the not changing thing? Forever. It's not going anywhere. A lot of times when I work with people, I will get pushed into fix-it mode. And you hear me on this podcast. I'm going to start changing today. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being fix-it mode. I'm tired of people saying, oh, Scott, what's going to happen? Let's freak out. I like being aspirational mode. I like to be a little bit motivational. I like to say, what can we do? That's a question I ask all the time. What can I do? If you're freaking out today, just ask a question. What can I do? You're going to get an answer. I promise you. I like looking up, not down. I like to know which direction I'm heading. If I don't know, I'm going to figure it out. If I can't figure it out, I'm going to ask somebody else.
Marvel Television's Wonder Man, an 8-episode series, now streaming on Disney+.
A superhero remake, not exactly what we'd expect from an Oscar-winning director.
Action! Simon Williams, audition for Wonder Man.
I'm gonna need you to sign this, assuming you don't have superpowers.
I'll never work again if anyone found out.
My lips are sealed.
Marvel Television's Wonder Man. All 8 episodes now streaming, only on Disney+.
Back to Jeff Bezos, it's kind of funny because he made a statement that I just told you about, but he said the reality is that people want stuff. That's never going to go away. He's a business owner. He knows it. People want stuff. They wanted me on books. They wanted other stuff. So he started selling everything on Amazon. They want it fast, too. Now you can sometimes get it in an hour. They want it easy. They usually want it cheaper. That's it. That hasn't changed. People are always going to want that and everything else in life. If you run a business, pay attention to that. But what's going on with this AI thing and all this? Maybe your job, maybe you're worried about that, or worried about the stock market. People freaking out about they got their index fund so popular for so many years now. Oh, it's been great. It's go up, 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 right? That lost decade, about 2000, right? We're a little pause right now. People are kind of freaking out. Don't worry about that. If you think about this, Jeff Bezos, and you may not know this, he built this incredible infrastructure. Maybe it's AI now. This peaceful base that we have in our life that works so well. That's why I say get things settled. Make sure the things that you find important in your life, the things you're always going to do, the things that are always going to be there for you, your family and your friends and your home and your money and all that stuff. Get that settled, but that's just infrastructure, isn't it? See, Jeff knew something. He said the real game was just people want stuff. So let's just give them the stuff they want. And you should do that for yourself, and you should do it for your customers. You should do it for everybody. Everybody's always, it's human nature, right? But what drives his machine? You may not know about this, but Amazon has something called AWS, Amazon Web Services. It's like Google's cloud. It's the cloud, right? Like Netflix is on Amazon's AWS. It's huge. They make more money before they ever sell anything to you just on AWS. That's why I can give away movies and free music and all that stuff. He knows something. I'm going to use all this technology as an infrastructure so I can give everybody what they want. Because at the end of the day, that's not going to change. You're going to want the basics of life. And if anything scares you right now, it's probably because you're like, man, is that going to get disrupted? It doesn't matter if it gets disrupted. You could have nothing and you could feel really bad about it and life could be completely different than it used to be. And you're still going to want to celebrate a birthday party. Right? When you see that and start thinking that way, what happens is, and me personally, I said, well, heck, let's just focus on the stuff that's not going to change and make that better. Something shifts. Because the fear most people are feeling right now feels kind of real. It's coming from focusing on what's moving, if you will. I say don't let everything else move and focus on that. I say focus on yourself moving. Not what's staying put, but yourself moving. Focus on things you like to do. Focus on the things that make your life better, the things that make you feel like you're sitting in bedrock, right? So maybe instead of asking a question like this, oh, Scott, what's going to happen next? What if everything changes? What if I get left behind? How about what will still matter no matter what happens? Because that's where you actually live your life. And the truth is, if you really look at it, you're going to be there anyway. Like I said, you could have a lot go bad. You could lose jobs and everything else, and you're still going to have a birthday party. You're still going to figure stuff out. My suggestion is that we just understand we're going to keep the basics, get our peaceful base solid, and then we learn the skills. It is changing. We learn how to adapt to the world that's coming. We get excited about it. We have just run with it, unless you're going to retire here in the next 2 years and then whatever, right? You still need clarity about what you want for sure. You still need clarity about people you care about. You still need them. You still need something meaningful to work toward. I will tell you, everybody I work with, that's almost everything we go for. We want peaceful base, we want big goals, and we want to make a difference. Everybody wants to make money. Do you? Yeah, Scott, have you seen the stock market lately? I know, I just talked about it. It's pretty bad. It's not that bad. It's a little bit bad. Still need a reason to get up in the morning, right? That's not going anywhere. Technology may change how you do it, but it doesn't change why you do it. And it doesn't change what you need to be as a human being, does it? But like I said, we'll kind of rant on this a little bit today because I had a conversation in the sauna today about it. I've kind of had this all day long. I can just sense a little tenseness in people. And when you get around me in a sauna and I'm feeling good after being sick for 3.5 weeks, what's going to happen is I suddenly just see it optimistically. I just see it that way. So yeah, the world's changing. It always has. But your job isn't to chase every change, is it? Your job is to anchor yourself in what doesn't change. Because when you do that, you stop reacting, you start moving again, and suddenly the future doesn't feel so scary. It just kind of feels like something you're ready for. So going to keep doing what you're kind of doing, right? That's how it's going to be. And what do you do with that? I suggest just keep doing it.